There is something very interesting about being human. You can be sitting in the same room, under the same sky, living in the same circumstances, and still be living in a completely different world than the person sitting next to you. Not because your lives are different, but because your inner processing is different. So the real question is not, what kind of life do I have? The real question is, what kind of inner world am I operating from? Everyday situations come and go. Words are spoken. Looks are exchanged. Decisions are made. Results appear. Life continuously delivers events. But life does not deliver meaning. Meaning is produced inside us. And this is crucial, because the quality of your life is not shaped by events themselves, but by the way meaning is being created within you. If we want to truly understand emotions, reactions, relationships, choices, direction, and even the kind of future that slowly forms, we have to understand how meaning comes into existence in the first place. Before any emotion arises, before any reaction happens, something always happens first. An interpretation, a meaning-making process. The mind quietly asks and answers, what does this mean? That meaning may last only a second, or it may stay for years. And when the same interpretation repeats again and again, it solidifies. Over time, it stops feeling like an interpretation. It starts feeling like reality. At that point, you are no longer responding to life as it is. You are responding to a conclusion about life. And those conclusions quietly become the internal structure from which emotions arise, decisions form, habits repeat, and relationships function. Notice something simple. When confidence is present, what must be active inside? When irritation appears, what must have already been concluded? When calmness flows, what must the inner lens be like? Different inner lenses create different inner worlds. Events provide information. Your inner world converts that information into experience. So what you live is not a direct product of what has happened, but of how what has happened is being interpreted. This is why controlling life rarely gives lasting results. Because even when situations change, the internal lens often doesn't. New places, new people, new achievements, yet the same emotional patterns repeat. External change rearranges the surface, but the inner structure keeps reproducing familiar experiences in new forms. Careers change, relationships change, cities change, even success changes. But if the inner structure remains the same, life continues to echo the same patterns. And these patterns do not remain abstract. They organize how you function every day. Your motivation, your discipline, your confidence, your choices, your attraction, your ability to use opportunity. This is why every meaningful external shift begins as an internal shift first. Real change does not begin outside. It begins at the level where meaning is formed. When that level becomes visible, emotions stop being mysterious. Reactions stop feeling random. Life stops feeling confusing. something important happens then. You are no longer pushed through life by unconscious patterns. A different quality of freedom begins to appear. Not freedom from responsibility, not escape from the world, but freedom in how you move within it. And that inner freedom naturally expresses itself outward. The way you speak changes. The way you choose changes. The way you relate changes. The way you act changes. Because when the inner movement shifts, the outer movement cannot remain the same. To understand the scale of this, just pause for a moment. This universe is vast. Galaxies form and dissolve without our effort. Within that vastness, this planet moves. On this planet, life happens. Among millions of living forms, you are human. Among billions of humans, you are here, sitting, listening, breathing. Nothing special. And yet, something extraordinary is happening. Breathing continues on its own. Sounds arrive on their own. The body functions on its own. Life moves without waiting for your control. So it is worth asking, if so much is already happening by itself, what exactly have you been trying to control? When the inner world is in conflict, life feels like management. When the inner world becomes aligned, life begins to feel like participation. Action becomes clearer. Effort becomes cleaner. Direction becomes simpler. This is also what people loosely point toward when they speak about manifestation. Not forcing outcomes, but functioning from a state where perception, emotion, intention, and action are no longer contradicting each other. When the inner and outer move in the same direction, life responds differently. Opportunities are seen. Relationships soften. Work becomes intelligent. Growth becomes organic. Because what we call external change is always the echo of an internal alignment. This reflective series, Psychology of Conscious Living by RudhraYoga, is not about improving who you are. It is about understanding what has been operating quietly all along. How perception forms, how interpretations repeat, how inner structures build, and how experience emerges from them. When the inner mechanism is seen clearly, emotions do not need to be forced to change. They change because the source has changed. And when the source changes, everything that flows from it begins to reorganize. Even success stops being something you chase. It begins to follow the way you live. Because when the inner world is no longer in resistance, life is no longer approached as a problem to solve. It becomes a process to participate in. And participation carries a very different quality. There is clarity. There is movement. There is joy. A sense of dancing with life rather than pushing against it. Psychology of Conscious Living is an exploration of the unseen side of human life. The level where experience is born. The level where inner freedom begins. Not freedom from life, but freedom from being compulsively driven by old conclusions. The freedom to meet each moment without repeating the past inside it. This is not about becoming someone new. It is about seeing clearly what has always been there. Because the moment perception is understood, life is no longer something you battle or merely endure. It becomes something you consciously participate in. Understanding is the real healing. This is the psychology of conscious living, Rudra Yoga.